I want to speak about the HPV virus today. Hi, I'm Dr. Ria Malik. I'm a specialist gynecologist working at Your Center Polyclinic. HPV stands for human papilloma virus. It's a very commonly occurring virus, and most women would be expected to be infected with this virus at some point in their life. While most of us are able to clear it by our own body's defense mechanisms, sometimes the infection may stay longer. Some of these long-term infections can make changes in the cervical cells, which can lead to cervical cancer over the coming 5 to 10 years. So it's a long process. It's important to know that it's a common infection. It can be cleared by body's own mechanisms, and if it stays for long, it may lead to cancer. So not all HPV will lead to cancer, but all cancers has sometime been a result of the original HPV infection. So what can we do about this HPV infection? There are two strategies. The first is a vaccine, and second is a regular smear test. The vaccine is a nanovalent vaccine which has antigens for 9 of these HPV strains. 7 of these are preventing against the cancer, and 2 of them are preventive against the genital warts. This vaccine is supposed to be given to individuals between 9 and 14 years of age, both boys and girls, as 2 shots 6 months apart. For individuals between 15 and 26 years of age, if it has been missed by the pediatrician or the childhood vaccination, it can still be given, but as 3 doses, as 0, 1 and 6 months duration into the upper arm. Now, this vaccine is very safe. It has been used for last many years and has very little side effects, only minor side effects like redness, pain or swelling at the injection site. But we still recommend that while receiving the vaccine, kids are either sitting or lying down to avoid any fainting attacks. The second important strategy for prevention against HPV infection is a smear test, which, as you know, we have heard about pap smear, and it's recommended that pap smear be done every 2 to 3 years. But if we combine it with the virus test, the interval of screening can be increased even further. Now, this test is done in the same way as pap smear, in the same sample in fact, and it gives us additional security. If a lady is not infected, we could increase their intervals of screening to up to 5 years. If the pap smear and HPV test reveals a lady is infected with HPV, it alerts us to be more careful and scrutinize and keep the lady under close observation for additional changes in the cells which this HPV might have caused. The good part is the cervical cancer is it has a very long incubation period, and it takes many years for the cells to develop changes. So it gives us ample time to be able to detect it in time. Hence, it is recommended that pap smear and HPV both be done at regular intervals for prevention against this cancer. Yes, we need to do your pap and HPV test even if you have received the vaccine, because the vaccine prevents only against some strains, and there are other less common strains which might also be part of your infection and lead to cancer later in life. So it's important to do both vaccine as well as smears. Yes, it's important for boys also to receive this vaccine, because HPV is not only responsible for cervical cancer, it has also been found to be responsible for cancer of the throat, head and neck, genital cancer, and the cancer of the back passage. For women between 26 and 45 years, even if they have missed their routine vaccination with HPV, they can still take the vaccine, but how much benefit it will give them remains to be determined by discussion with the doctor. So discuss with your doctor if you wish to take the vaccine, and they will be able to advise you your individual situation.